Hi, I'm Wendy Vecchi, and I wanted to talk to you about my inks. I wanted to tell you about the difference between the Archival inks and the new Wendy Vecchi Make Art Blendable inks. Whenever I make art, I reach for my favorite products, and these are my inks from Ranger. I wanted to kind of go over the Archival and the Wendy Vecchi Make Art Blendable inks and the differences between the two because I get a lot of questions about those. So here's the original Archival pads that I did with Ranger. We have 24 beautiful colors. There's a lot of information on the label. If you look at this, it says acid-free, permanent, and waterproof. And waterproof is really the key word for this. This is a waterproof ink, so once it's dry, it's washable. So if you stamp or stencil on fabric, it's washable and it's permanent. So I think that's really, really cool. And that's one of the main features that I like of this ink. It comes also in the little mini pads. They come in a package of 4, and we have 4 sets. So 16 of the 24 are now available in minis. More to come, I hope, Ranger. I love my Archival inks, and I will never, ever give them up. They have some unique properties, and we'll do some demos with those a little bit later. And now move on to the newest kids on the block, and these are the Wendy Vecchi Make Art Blendable Dye Inks. And these are, we did these in 12 of the 24 colors. They're absolutely gorgeous. They blend really well. They are not permanent inks. So let's talk about the difference between these two. They are both a dye ink. The Archival ink is oil-based, so that makes it permanent. The Make Art Blendable inks are a water-based ink, so these are not permanent. So the reason these two work so well together is that these are a oil-based ink. This is water-based. So if you try to mix oil and water like a bottle of salad dressing, they never mix. They never make a complete solution. So they never compete with each other. They don't mix or blend or bleed. So I have the option to do an Archival ink background, and I can go over the top of it with the blendable inks in any color. No problem at all with blending, bleeding, or smearing. And then the same thing is just true in the reverse. So if I do a background with my Make Art Blendable inks, I can go over the top with Archival and there's no interaction again. So they work together perfectly. And that's why I love the inks. And I always use them to make my art.